Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Raceway at Western Fair District, London, Ontario. Half-mile harness racing action tonight. Believe we're going to be on a dry track out there. The wind, it's been blowing hard all day. They will face a very strong headwind as they race down the backstretch tonight in London. HPI play of the day. We're going to go up to race number 10. Number 6, Smockety Frocks. Going to offer some value here with 6-1 on the morning line. Nothing but double-digit odds in each of her last 5 outings here in London. She did show some improvement last time out. Tonight it's going to be second time Lasix. She was on the wide side to come up and grab fourth last time out. Again, she should provide some value in that high five. Race 10, number 6, Smockety Frocks, your HBI play of the day for HBI Bet and Western Fair District. The early pick 3 kicks off in race number 1. It is a go-to wager. Going to go to the inside 3. Dapple Apple, Faline, April Bandit, who's come off a couple of decent qualifiers there over Flamborough. Those are the 3 to get things underway. Over in the race number 2, Pagani Speed on the rail, an early speed threat. Then you've got the 3:10 Mile Beach. Coulter gets the call on that one tonight. And number 6, Skyway Willie. Liking the chances there. Got roughed up last time out. Garrett Rooney was in for the early driving double last night. He'll look to pick it up there with number 6, Skyway Willie, race number 2. Third race to complete the pick 3, the class dropper at a post 2, Devious Behavior. And number 7, I Love Pink, gets a shot once again from an outside post. Louis Philippe on board this one last time out. She was huge. Early pick 4 starts in that third race. Stay on the same 2 to begin it. Devious Behavior and I Love Pink. Then over to race number 4, it's 3 deep. I went 5 deep in race number 5, a bit wide open there. Nothing really jumping off the page. And a group of trotters for a mile and a 16th in race number 6, going 4 deep in there. Late pick 4 kicks off in race 7. It's the Terra Hill Stud Feature race. There is a key scratch in race 7. Number 2, Flying Issa, is coming out. That's leaving me with the, well, might as well say it's pretty much the all button there. Going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Over to race number 8. It's another key scratch here. The one, National Debt, has come out. A couple of starters there out of the barn of Colin Johnson coming out tonight. Scratch the one, National Debt, from race 8. That leaves me with 2, 3, and 6. 3 deep in the 9th. 10th race finale. It's either the 4, Blissful Anne-Marie, or the 6th, our play of the day, Smockety Frocks. All right, going to take a short break right now. We'll come back with a whole lot more, including Wednesday Rewind, and talk about Teen to the Moon, of course, supporting breast cancer awareness 2018. Stick around.
HPIBet.com. Access, rewards, and more.
Hey, welcome back to the pregame show, everyone. You're watching Race Day at the Raceway, Western Fair District. Track announcer Shannon with you for the pregame wagering menu for tonight. Setting up with the low 15% takeout on the key plays, the pick 3s, the pick 4s, and the high 5s. Go-to wagers. They are the pick 3 play right up front. Race number 1, always a guaranteed pool with the low 15% takeout. Pick 4s begin in races 3 and 7 this evening. $5,000 guaranteed pools on those. And, of course, the added distance, super high 5 races, they are in races 6 and 10. Again, the go-to wagers all featuring the low 15% takeout. For Wednesday Rewind this week, had the opportunity to meet up with one of the sport's greatest drivers of all time, John Campbell. He was in Summerside, Prince Edward Island over the weekend for their annual awards banquet. A great time there. They had a full house on hand. I made it back home to Summerside for the Easter weekend, and I did attend a banquet. John Campbell was in for the banquet as guest speaker. He shared with everyone that the greatest horse that he ever sat behind in a race was Mac Lobel. So we're going to queue up Wednesday Rewind and John Campbell talking about one of the greatest he ever drove. I guess he mentioned it's the greatest horse ever that he sat behind. Mac Lobel. Turn it up.
Hi, I'm John Campbell, and I won the 1988 Elite Lop with Mac Lobel. When I was a child, all I dreamt about was driving horses in races, and I got to do that for a living. So I feel very fortunate and gratified in that regard. The one thing that just struck me from the time that I got to the racetrack was the crowd. It was amazing. It was just so enthusiastic. There were so many people. And you'd hear this big roar go up all of a sudden, and you'd ask what was that, and they'd say, well, that's just one of the horses warming up for the Elite Lop. And we don't have anything like that in the United States where people cheer just for horses warming up. Well, going over to the Elite Lop, Mac had raced here a number of times. He was more mature physically, and couldn't have been happier with him going over to the Elite Lop. I got a frantic call from Chuck Sylvester, and he wouldn't go. He just refused to train. And when he first mentioned it to me, I wasn't that concerned. I just said, Chucky, put him with some other horses and he'll go. He said, I already did that and he won't go. So I was very concerned because that was unlike him. He'd never done anything like that before. My main concern was the post parade, because I had to keep him moving, because if he stopped, I was afraid he wouldn't go again and he would just balk and stay there. So I kept him around horses and kept his attention, and it was a full-time job in the post parade just to keep him going. He got away from the gate great. I wasn't concerned about that. It's just a little easier from the second post, and I would have liked to head two, but I did not want to have any chance of Action Squatter having the rail. She could leave too fast. But then we went out of the gate very hard in the final, and then everything settled by the quarter, and I was able to rate him through the middle half. And when you could do that with Mac Lobel, he was just very difficult to beat.
I ledningen börjar nummer 1 Mac Lobel, första 5 på 1:07,5.
I was very concerned about keeping his attention, just making sure that he paid attention to what he was supposed to be doing and not let his mind wander and have him roll off stride.
Nummer 1 Mac Lobel, följt av 2 Sugar Cane Hanover och 4 Napolitano. What the horse, what the driver, nummer 1 Mac Lobel och John D. Campbell.
I didn't appreciate it as much then, but knowing how hard it is for a 4-year-old to go over and beat those horses that are aged, it's a very difficult thing to do, and looking back on it, it's just an incredible performance by him. Well, the winner's circle was just jubilation, chaos. Lou Gaida, his owner, just broke down and cried like a baby. He was so happy. It was just an amazing feeling and an amazing emotion. Well, I certainly place it at one of the top accomplishments of my career. And I tell anyone that gets invited to the Elite Lop, if they're undecided of whether to go, I said, you go. It's an amazing experience. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience that we just don't have over here. And I urge anybody that gets the chance in the United States to go to the Elite Lop and be part of it to do so.
Until this past weekend, it happened to be in my hometown for Easter, and I attended the awards banquet for the Prince County Horsemen's Club there, and he was guest speaker. He shared some great stories. One of the stories that I took away from the banquet, I was standing in line waiting for a pop, and I hear, "Hey, Sugar," and I look up, and it's John Campbell standing right in front of me. I was speechless, but only for a moment or two. We shared some talk about old Western Shooter. Western Shooter was a great 2-year-old of 2001. Sadly, he didn't make it to his 3-year-old season. Also, talking about Cam's Card Shark, one of the greatest ever. John Campbell mentioned about Cam's Card Shark. When that horse was sound, there wasn't a whole lot that could go with him. His first driving win, John Campbell's first ever driving win right here at the Raceway back in the early 70s. He said, people know about the first victory coming in London. What most people don't know is that the horse paid about something like $96 to win. John Campbell's first ever driving victory paid over $90 to win right here in London. So really neat to meet up with John Campbell and Summerside, Prince Edward Island this past weekend at their awards banquet. Always a great time in PEI, even better when John Campbell is in the mix. Let's go talk about Teen to the Moon now. Teen to the Moon, Sporting Breast Cancer Awareness 2018. There's still plenty of time to join up with the team. Wherever you may be racing from, you're more than welcome to join up with the team. Nobody will be turned away for sure. Contact Lou Sorella via Twitter or Facebook. He would love to share the team info. Again, that is Teen to the Moon, supporting Breast Cancer Awareness 2018 through Harness Racing. Of course, think about it. Let's go back and do some recapping of some Pick 3 and Pick 4 playing. We go back to race number 1. Going to go to the inside 3. It's either Dapple, Apple, Faylene, or April Bandit to kick things off tonight. Over into race number 2, Pagani Speed on the rail, 10-mile beach at a post 3. I really like the chances of 6. Skyway Willie, Garrett Rooney on board. Should provide a bit of value there. Garrett took the first 2 races last night with a couple of value players at a 11-1, 6-1. It was the Garrett Rooney daily double. Early yesterday, paid, well, I think it was $107 or something. So when Garrett gets on a roll, you got to have a look at what he's driving in London. Over in the race 3, the 2, Devious Behavior, drops in class. The 7, I Love Pink, who had a huge trip last time out. Louis Fitavois on board. Third race will start, and early Pick 4. And we're going to use the 2 and 7 in that opening leg. We're 3 deep in race number 4. The 5th race on the pace, nothing really jumping off the page in there. We're going to go 5 deep for tonight's 5th race, and in race 6 on the trot for the high 5 at a distance. Scratch the 5, EL Rock. I'm going to use a 1, 7, 8, and 9 to round out the early Pick 4. 7th race starts a late Pick 4. It's the Terra Hill Stud feature, and there is a key scratch there. Take out the 2, and that's going to leave me with the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 deep there in the 7th. 8th race, top class event. Another key scratch. Take out the 1, National Debt, and that certainly opens up race number 8. I'm going to use 2, 3, and 6 for that second leg. Again, the 1, National Debt, scratching from race 8. We're 3 deep in the 9th. If we make it to the 10th, we need 4, Blissful Anne-Marie, or the play of the day, number 6, Smockety Frock. She's going second time Lasix. Last time out, she was coming very wide through the late going to finish 4th. That was a big improvement over what she's been showing in recent starts. She's nothing but double-digit odds in each of her last 5, so demand value for number 6, Smockety Frocks. Race 10, again, it's going to be second time Lasix. She's got a great shot to take tonight's finale. Cameraman Trev standing by with his play on the day. What do you got for us, Trev? Race 4, number 1. Cameraman Trev says, let's show some love for driver Scott Ray. Scott's coming off a decent week here in London. He's got a great shot with 1, Barely a Secret. It's that rail advantage. Showing nothing but post 5, 6, and 8 through the program lines there. So a huge improvement for post position. Number 1, Barely a Secret from post 4. Scott Ray on for trainer Dave O'Brien. Cameraman's play on the day. Closing boards. Always free programs, selections, video replays, and more. They're on our website, westernfairdistrict.com/raceway. Again, I believe we're going to be on a dry track tonight. It is a little bit cooler, and they will face a very strong headwind as they race down the backstretch tonight. We've got 10 races getting underway at 6:15 Eastern. Good luck.